Excited about that?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. Now, there's 3 things that I've learned from one of my mentors that I listen to in my car every single day. His name is Jim Rohn. 3 things, the top 3 things that you want to leave behind. Okay, so there's 3 things that you want to leave behind. Now, when you leave this planet, because we all will, okay? When you get to the point where you do leave this planet one day, what are you going to leave behind to your children, your children's children, right? There's a lot of different things we could leave behind, but what is the most valuable things we could leave behind? And this is a list of the top 3 things that this individual actually came up with, and I agree 100% with them. And you could agree or not agree; it doesn't matter either way. I'm just going to share it with you guys, and you could just jot it down, take some notes, and see if you guys agree or not agree. But the first one is pictures. How many of you guys would agree whenever we have somebody that's a little bit older, when we see them 30 years ago, it's like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Yeah. And so imagine if you had a picture of yourself every single day that you grew from the day you were born till the day you die. Nice. That would be pretty valuable to leave to your friends and family. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. Right? So that's something that's very valuable. The second thing is your library. The best thing that I could leave to my children is my library. A big fat thing of knowledge. Yep. The things that they saw me sit there and study, the things that they saw me sit there and read. Because let's agree, most people, like 95% of people, aren't actually reading books these days, right? Yeah. Most people, all they do is watch television, right? All they do is, all these. Now, there's nothing wrong, or it's not wrong or right. It's just, how valuable is your life to you, right? Are you just going to drift along and let the wind blow you into the rocks? No, right? You want to make sure that you set a good sail. You want to have a good philosophy. You want to be able to attain knowledge. Why? Because knowledge is power. Yep. Applied knowledge is power. If you could attain the knowledge and you actually apply it, you could actually gain a lot of power, a lot of influence. You could gain a lot of coachability with people. You could go out there and you could actually move mountains. You could go out there and you could make a lot of money. Okay, not that money's everything, but I'm telling you guys, you could go out there and make it happen. Now, where do most of the wealthy people learn the knowledge? They learn it from books. Now, why books? Because books, here's what's amazing about books. You could have somebody that's lived on this earth for 60 years, right? And they've gone through the ups and downs, right? Like Donald Trump. He was a millionaire, and then he went bankrupt, and he was a millionaire again. What if somebody like that's gone through all these life's challenges and all the obstacles was able to actually write a book and tell you everything that they did and what to do and what not to do? And what if that book was sitting in the library and you never picked it up? You just, whatever. I'll just let my life slip by and just, whatever. You guys see that?
Yeah. That makes sense.
And so if the knowledge is there, why would we not pick it up and read it? Because I don't like reading, right? I used to be that same person too. I didn't like reading. I grew up special ed, learning disability. I told you guys my story. I was picked on, right? I wasn't the best reader. I would sit there and read, and I couldn't even attain the knowledge. I couldn't remember what I read after I read it. I get it. So how do you overcome that? By doing it more. Right. If you do the thing, you'll have the power. You read more, you're going to be able to attain the knowledge. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Every house that's worth over $200,000 has a library.
Wow.
Right? These days, I'd probably say like $400,000, right? And so all these wealthy people, they have these libraries, and it's like success leaves clues. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Right? It's like, hello, clue, library. Makes sense, right? And so that's what I want to leave to my kids. I don't know about you guys, but I'd love to leave them a fat library of just what I studied, what I've highlighted, what I've underlined, what I've actually gained, the knowledge that I've saturated into my soul, into my heart, into my mind, so that I could actually go out there and change people's lives and develop people, and the things that I've learned so I could teach them and raise them the right way. Don't raise them like the 95% out there that when they're 65 they retire and they can't retire. They're a Walmart greeter now, right? You guys see what I'm saying? 95% of Americans depend on friends, family, and federal government to retire. 95%, only 5% can actually go out there and retire on their own means. Why is that? A lot of that has to do with knowledge, with attaining the knowledge, with reading the books. And so we have 95% of Americans that are just drifting along aimlessly through life. It's so easy to get ahead of them. I'm telling you guys, it's so easy to be a 5%er. All you got to do is pick up the book. All you got to do is listen to the audio training. All you got to do is have a good perspective when somebody's talking from stage, and not sit there and, this guy, look at, you guys see what I'm saying? If you just open your mind to absorb, I'm telling you guys, you might learn something, right? I'm telling you, something that you could apply to your life that will change your life, not just your life, but generations. Generation after generation. God, right? He's talking. I'm telling you guys. I'm fired up right now, man. There's a lot of people that it's too easy to get ahead. It's too easy to beat everybody else in the race. Why is America, why is there so many people, so much poverty out there? Because neglect. They just neglect. Drift in neglect. That's all, it's neglect, right? So we don't want to be naive, right? We want to go out there and actually be a 5%er. What if we actually learned how to make money? What if we actually learned how to develop people? What if we actually went out there and learned how to actually change people's lives? What if we didn't all day just watch TV and just let our lives drift away? What if we actually tried to do something with our freaking lives?
Yeah.
What a novel idea. What would happen? Wow. Think about that. Right? So this is why you want to get a library, you guys. This is why you want to take the photos. You want to journalize your journey. Here's the biggest thing is journals. The most valuable thing you could leave when you leave this earth is your journals. Here's what's phenomenal. Half of my library is just journals. From being in events like this and taking notes. From people that knew and cared. Right? They had the knowledge and they cared to share it. They poured it out to me and I captured it. I captured the information onto the journals. Right? Now, you could sit here and you could just not take notes. That's fine. But you're not going to capture the information. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, tomorrow from now, you're not even going to remember what the hell you were watching. Right. You guys see that? Yeah. And so what if you can leave journals to your kids, your children's children, that talk about the secrets to success, that talk about how you could go out there and attain wealth, that talk about how you could develop people, how you could change lives, how you could actually make a valuable effort in the world, right? That's what I want to leave to my children. So here's what I would say to you guys. Take notes tonight. Is that okay? Yeah. Let's take some freaking notes. Okay, take more notes than you've ever took because I promise you I'm going to bring the heat tonight. Okay, I'm going to Michael Jordan and I'm going to, I'm telling you guys. This is the time right here. So just get ready. Why I joined Secret, you guys. Here's why I joined Secret, because J-O-B stands for just over broke. Right? Here's the thing. I see these human beings, they're going out there. Now, there's nothing wrong with a job. It's a good place to start. It's just a bad place to end with. You guys see that? Just over broke, right? And I see these people and they go out there and they are committed to working 40 years of their life, 40 hours a week to retire off 40% of what wasn't working in the first place anyways. And they trade time for money. They take time away from their friends and family and they put their time into a job to basically serve somebody else so that they could play golf and they're going to be a slave to the company. Yes? And so here's what I saw. When I first saw this industry, I said, if there's any way, I'm kind of a rebel, right? Back in the day when I was in high school, I didn't really listen very much. So I have this little rebel thing within me. If any of you guys have a little bit of rebel in you, this is why this industry got me fired up. Because I took a look at the 40-40-40 plan. I said, anything, if there's a way that I could not do that, if there's anything that I could do that just gets me away from that crap that my dad went through, that he's still going through, if there's anything, then I am willing to try it. That's why I got started with Secret. And this is one of the things they showed me. They said, at your job, if you're actually working for 1 year, how many people contribute to your income after 1 year? One. Your second year, how many people contribute to your income? One. All the way up to 5 to 40 years of your life, you're the only person contributing to your income. You trade your time for money. How do you ever get, if you get sick, what happens? What happens to your bills? What happens to your family? Right. You're screwed. You guys see how that works? Yeah. So it just makes sense to have something where you could actually build a distribution network. Now take a look at this. Secret. Let's just say you suck at this thing. And you could only find 5 people in 365 days that want to do this. 5. Do you think that you could probably find 5 people that are open to making some extra money, working from home, making their own schedule within 365 days? You think you guys could find 5? Yeah. So I'm just giving you guys the worst case scenario. It's never been this bad, but let's just say it's this bad. Only 5 people get started. Now, what's better? 1 person contributed to your income or 5? 5. Now, if those 5 suck as bad as you, and they can only find 5, what's 5 times 5? 25. Right. Your second year. This is not addition, ladies and gentlemen. This is multiplication. You guys see how this grows? Yeah. It's like a snowball. Your third year, 125. If they all just find 5, if they all suck and they only find 5, 125. They all suck, and they only find 5, 625. If everybody on your team sucks as bad as you after 5 years, you have 3,125 people contributing to your income. If you're sick, what happens? You have 3,124 people contributing to your income. So it doesn't matter. This is how I was able to literally build Secret in 1 year, walk away for 2 years and retire. I was gone. You guys knew, yeah, I was out of here. Right. For 2 years, I didn't work Secret. Not even an hour a day. They paid me over $140,000 a year while I was gone for 2 years. What? Crazy. How do you retire at 27? I got so bored, I had to come back. I'm telling you guys, retirement is not what it's all hacked up to be. You get into depression sitting on your ass all day. I'm telling you. Right? I had to come back and see your guys' faces and go out there and grow. What I've learned is, as a human being, if you're not growing, you're declining. There is no middle ground. There is no ground where you're just sitting there and you're just levitating. You're either growing, just like nature, just like a tree. You're either growing or you're declining. If you're not growing, you're dying. And when you're dying, you get depressed. And you drag your whole friends and family with you. So we need to, every single day, think about how we can grow. What books can I read? What audio tapes can I listen to? How many notes can I take from this guy on stage? What can I learn from this guy? Some value, so I could actually apply it in the marketplace and actually become valuable to the world, right? And so that's the huge thing. That's why I got started with Secret. I don't know about you guys, but that seems like a better plan than me. Yep. Right? This seems like a better plan than what my dad's gone through. I got to save my dad out of his job. He's working so damn hard, he's probably going to die because of how much they're working him. He's blown out both of his knees. It sucks, right? So that's why I got fired up about Secret. You guys, the 3 things my mentor taught me that you have to do if you're going to do this business, number 1 is lie. Number 2 is cheat. And number 3 is steal. Some of you guys are like, what the hell? Right? I got a lot of your guys' attention here. Write that down. Lie, cheat, and steal. What do I mean by that? You got to lie awake at night dreaming of the possibilities. I remember when I first got started in this business, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. I was just thinking about all the people that were going to get started, all the people that were going to join my business, all the people that were going to contribute to my income, all the people I was going to help, all the people I was going to develop. And guess what? Because I lied awake at night, it happened. It happened. One of my best friends, Ryan Gomez, was able to retire from the Navy, work full-time from home, just hanging out with his family all day. Right now, he's in literally retirement mode. He got out of the Navy. He said, man, I'm taking some time off. And good to go, man. Go ahead. Still make your $80,000 a year while you're just chilling. That's fine. Right? He'll be back. I promise you. He'll get bored. I did too, right? You got to lie awake at night dreaming of the opportunities, you guys. That's what gets me fired up every single day. Number 2 is you got to cheat. You got to cheat some time away from your friends, some time away from your family. You got to cheat some time away from happy hour, right? From Taco Tuesday. You got to take some time away. You got to cheat some time away from that. Now, why? Because everybody else, the 95%ers are out there, and they're not cheating time away. They're spending time at Taco Tuesday. They're spending time at happy hour. They're out there. They're not learning how to go out there and develop their life, how to grow, how to attain wealth, how to go out there and change people's lives. It's easy to smoke them. So easy, right? So you need to cheat. You need to cheat some time away. Why? Because if you don't cheat time away now, guess what? You're going to have 0 time when you're older. Dang. Just like all the other 95%ers. Broke as hell, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, not to be able to spend any time with their family. My dad right now, he spends no time with me. Barely ever. Why? Because he's working so damn much. When he gets off work, he needs to sleep. Because why? Because he needs to go to work. And it's just home, work, home, work, home, work. How many of you guys remember homework in school? That sucks, yeah. Right? So here's a way to get out of homework. You guys got to cheat some time away from the friends, from the influence, the people that you hang out. Who do you hang around with? What do they got you listening to? What language do they have you speaking? Is that okay? Ask yourself, is that okay? Ask yourself that question. There were some homies I had to dip out from the hood. Let me tell you guys, I grew up, I'm not even going to get into that. All you guys need to know is I had some homies I had to get rid of, okay? I love them. They're still my friends. I just, there's some people that you could spend a few hours with, but not a few days. Can't do it. There's some people you could spend a few days with, but, not a few weeks, right? So you got to think about the 5 closest people that you know and you hang out with most. Here's what I know for sure. The 5 closest people that you hang out with, your bank account's probably about the same. Your vocabulary is about the same. The music you listen to is about the same. The things you consume is about the same. Your addictions are probably the same. The 5 closest friends that you hang out with every single day. So how do you grow out of that right there? How do I grow out of that? How do I get bigger? Disassociate with some and start associating with some people that have maybe a little bit more money. Maybe start associating people that have better vocabulary. Maybe start associating people that don't listen to the crap all day. They actually listen to audio CDs that develop their brain. And if you associate with the people, that you want to be like, you will become like them. That's it. That's all I did. I just took a little bit of time away from the homies and I started taking a little bit more time into the business world. I love them. I'm still there for them. Hey, some of them I give them $1,000 every now and then. They're still not going to change. There's nothing I could do. They have to make their own decision, right? It's just like drugs. People get addicted to drugs, and it's whatever it is, whatever it is, right? But here's what I know for sure: you can't convince somebody to stop doing drugs. Right. They have to make the decision themselves, right? So that's all it is. And then steal. Here's the only place that I found this profession where you're allowed to steal. What do I mean by that? In school, you couldn't copy off your neighbor, even though that's how I got through high school. God? No, I'm just kidding. Right? So you need to be able to steal, right? Steal ideas. Here's what's amazing. These 3 things I'm telling you, I stole it. I stole this from somebody, and I'm just regurgitating what I copied and pasted. Everything I'm going to tell you tonight, I stole it. Nothing was original. I didn't create any of it. That's how easy this business is. Steal ideas from somebody else and make yourself look good. You guys see how that works? I'm telling you guys, you could steal and rob and duplicate. That's what you do here, okay? 5 keys to the life puzzle. Okay, so there's 5 keys to the life puzzle. The first one, everything starts with your philosophy. Now, it's hard to say that to kids, right? Because kids will tell you, what's philosophy, right? So let me give you a quick study on what philosophy is. Philosophy is everything that you know and then what you decide, okay? So all the movies you watch, all the symphonies, all the orchestras, all the music, all the sermons on Sunday, all the events that you go to, everything that you know, and then what you decide is valuable, that is your philosophy. Okay? That's your philosophy. So what is your philosophy when it comes to growing your brain? When it comes to building a business? When it comes to developing other people and being valuable in the marketplace? What is your philosophy on that? Right? So everything starts with your philosophy. If you have a warped philosophy about everything and all you could think about is all the negative stuff and look at this guy and oh, who does he think he is? That's your philosophy. Yeah. You might want to change that so you could learn some things, yes? Yep. Okay? So the first thing, it all starts with your philosophy. Your philosophy drives your attitude. How many of you guys agree that you could actually choose what your attitude is? Oh, yes. You could choose your attitude every day. So from everything that you know from school and everything, and then what you decide is valuable, right? Your philosophy is going to drive your attitude. If you have a negative attitude, it's probably because you have a messed up philosophy. Right? And so here's what I knew. Attitude is one of you guys. Awesome. Attitude is everything. Would you guys agree with that? Oh, yeah. Here's what I know for sure. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you have a great attitude about it, you're probably going to be successful. Hoorah. If you have a negative attitude about it, you're probably not going to be very successful. Absolutely. Because we create with our words, with our tongue. Right? The Bible, there's a good book. It says your tongue is a two-edged sword. Right? You could create life and you could create death with your tongue. How do we create, right? Here's what I know for sure. Now, you don't have to be a believer in the Bible or God or any of that. It doesn't matter. Here's what I take from the story of the Bible. I happen to be a believer. I happen to believe in God. I happen to believe in the Bible, okay? Whether you do or not doesn't matter. I just want to share this with you. When it comes to God, right, in the Bible, He says that He created by saying, let there be light, let there be. He created with His words. Now, God is a creator. And He created us, right? Mm-hmm. Now, whether you believe it or not, let's just go along with the story here, right? Created us. Now, He created us in His image. Now, what is God? A creator. How does He create? With His words. So we're creators. How do we create? It starts with our words, you guys. Think about that. Every idea, this room right here, this hotel room, started in the mind of a human being. An idea that he spoke into existence that eventually turned into this hotel room. Yeah. You guys see how that works? Oh, yeah. Okay? So I'm telling you guys, your attitude is everything. If you have a warped attitude, your words probably are going to be warped. If you have a negative attitude, your negative words are going to come out, and you're going to create a negative lifestyle. I promise you. Okay? So your philosophy, your attitude. So your philosophy drives your attitude. Your attitude drives your actions. So if you have a good philosophy, you'll probably have a good attitude, which means you'll probably take good actions. You guys see that? So if you feel like you're in your business and you're not taking action, let's go to the root of the problem. Let's not, why am I not taking action? Let's go, what's my attitude? Do I have a negative or positive attitude about my business? Do I have a negative or positive attitude about my why? Do I have a negative or positive attitude about my goal? Do I even think I could hit my goal? Is my attitude positive about that? Do I believe in myself? Do I have confidence? If it's not the attitude, then it might be your philosophy. Right? So let's figure out what it is. Why are we not taking action? If you're not taking action, why? Right? Figure that out. Your actions are going to obviously drive your results. The more action you take, you guys, the better results you're going to have. The less action you take, the less results you're going to have. How many of you guys would agree with that? Yes. Right? And your results are going to drive your lifestyle. So if you want to have lifestyle, okay? I'm talking about lifestyle. I'm talking tickling your toes in the sand in Thailand on a Monday, on a Tuesday, right? While everybody else is at work, and you get to post on Facebook, oh, chilling on a Tuesday. And everyone's like, what do you do, right? Your lifestyle is attracting people to you, right? Where does it all start, though? It starts with your philosophy. It starts with, here's what it starts with. Knowledge needs to come into your brain, and then you decide what's valuable and what's not. But the first thing is you need knowledge coming into your brain, right? So it really comes down to, how often are you reading a book? How often are you listening to an audio tape? How often are you in an event where you're learning from somebody that actually knows what the hell they're talking about, instead of listening to Ryan Seacrest? You see what I'm saying? So that's what it really comes down to. And once you get the knowledge, you decide what's good or bad. You'll figure it out. It will drive your attitude, your actions, your results, and your lifestyle. You guys see how that works? Sick. So the 3 reasons why we struggle, there's only 3 reasons. Number 1 is you're not doing it right. Number 2 is you're not doing it enough. And number 3 is personal development. So if you feel like you're going through a struggle in your business and it's not building as fast as you want it to build, there's only 3 reasons why that is. It's either you're not doing it right, you're not doing it enough, or you are not attaining knowledge to grow your philosophy, to grow your attitude, to grow your actions, your results, and your lifestyle. So what is it for you? Maybe you are doing it right, but you're just not doing it enough, right? Here's the problem with the Wednesday event. Every Wednesday we have this event. Now, it's a blessing and it's a curse. Why? Because people become lenient on the event, and it's the only thing they do every week in their secret business. It's like a crutch. All they ever do all week is for the Wednesday event. All they do is invite guests to Wednesday. They never do wow parties. They never do sit downs. They never go and send sample kits. All they do is just depend on Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. You are not going to build a successful organization that way. Nope. What feeds Wednesday, now yes, is Wednesday important? Yes. Why? Because Wednesdays, right, your weekly event feeds your regional. Your regional feeds the convention, which tells you how much money you can make by how many people you bring to these events. Yes, but the Wednesday event is your report card. Don't get it twisted. If you have a leader in this room right now and there's not that many people here, there's not that many guests that came, there's not that many agents that came and followed them, it's probably because that person is not doing wow parties, not doing sit downs, not in the trenches. Would you guys agree with that? Oh, yeah. The only way you're going to feed your weekly event is by getting in the trenches, getting in the field, serving your team, knowing the color of their carpet, knowing the name of their dog, knowing what their wife's name is, actually getting in the field. So only way we're going to grow this thing to 100, I'm telling you guys, is we have to do wow parties. We have to do sit downs. We have to go every single day instead of talking to my friends that are in secret all day and just talk, hey man, you're in secret. Yeah, we're fired up about secret. Yeah, let's call this guy. Oh, you're fired up about secret. Everyone's just talking. You're already in. Why am I talking to you? Every single day, we need to talk to people who are not in secret. Every day. 99.9% of the day is talking to people that are not in secret and booking appointments so that they could see secret and they could get started in secret. That's it. That's what's going to feed the weekly event. I'm telling you guys, if you feel like you're going through a struggle in your business, if you feel like you're not making as much money as you want to make, it all comes down to how many wow parties and sit downs you're doing. That's it. That's it. If that number is 0, that's probably why your paycheck is 0. You guys see that? Yeah. Yep. I'm telling you guys. We got to go all out here. So why should I create my 30-day success story? Now here's the key. Would you guys agree that stories sell, facts tell? Yeah. Now here's why I know that you would agree with that, because I'm pretty sure your parents didn't come and tell you bedtime facts. Now that probably would have helped you fall asleep a little quicker. But your parents came and they shared bedtime stories. Why? Because stories sell, facts tell. Nobody gives a crap about facts. Get your facts acts out of here. I don't want to see your fact acts. Tell me a story. This is why the Bible has parables. The whole Bible. It's all stories. So anytime someone talked to Jesus, they say, hey, what do I do with this? How do I do that? Well, there was a man with 3 rocks, and he went, right? He's telling a story. You guys see that? Yeah. This is how we are able to attain knowledge. This is how people are intrigued by stories. People love hearing stories. So here's the key. How many of you guys are excited to find out how you could attract people to your business? Yes. Instead of make them run away from your business because you're chasing them. Right? It's kind of like dating, right? You can't just chase the girl. You got to get the girls to chase you. Start flirting with her friend. You guys see that? I'm telling you, there's keys to this thing, right? And so you want to attract people to you. You want to attract people to come into your business. How do you attract people to come into your business? You have to have a good story, right? So if you have not created your 30-day success story, now how many of you guys have been in secret for longer than 30 days? Raise your hand. That's fine. Now, if you don't have a good 30-day success story, here's what's great about this. You could recreate your 30-day success story starting today. Nobody knows or cares how long you've been in secret. All you need to do is be able to share a story that, hey, I got started in secret, but I didn't really do it. But when I made the decision to do it on November 4th, I don't know what day it is today. No, bingo, man, I'm on point today, right? So on November 4th, I made a decision to actually take action and do secret. And 30 days after I actually took action, this is how much money I made. You guys see that? So we have to create. Now, why would you want to do that? Here's what attracted more people to my business. When I first got started in secret, it was really hard for me to invite and get people to come out. It was just like for every single one of you guys. You get all these different objectives. It's a pyramid scheme. It's one of those things. It's all this bullshit that you hear from ignorant people, right? And so you get all this crap, right? And a lot of people, some people quit, some people stick around. But here's what I did. I went all out and I said, screw it. I'm just going to keep doing it because that 40-40-40 plan, that's a freaking pyramid scheme. Screw that, right? And so I kept doing it. I created a 30-day success story, and it wasn't $10,000 my first 30 days. It was just a couple extra $100. I made like $900 to $1,000 my first 30 days. Right. And now here's what I was able to do with that. I leveraged that in my invitation. I'm sorry, this is the wet zone right here. You guys should have brought. Right? But I leveraged that in my presentation, you guys. How I invited people. Hey, I don't really know too much. I just got started in this business part-time on the side of what I'm doing. And I just put an extra 5 hours a week into this business. And I made an extra $900 last month. Wow, that's usually what they say. Yeah. And then they say, what is it? Perfect. Let me show it to you. You got 15 minutes? Yeah. Now it's just so easy because you have a story. You have a success story. So you got to create your 30-day success story. Now, why is right now the best time to create your 30-day success story? Because in secret, okay, there is not a better time than Black Friday. Yep. Black Friday is the best time. Here's what I'll tell you right now. Right now is the best time to get new people started in your business. Why? Because most people that are new that get started, it takes a little while for them to make a good amount of money. Yep. Right now, if you get new people started right now on Black Friday, you better be damn sure they're going to make a couple $100 on that day. Yep. You guys see that? Yep. Anybody that gets started before Black Friday, as long as they let people know about Black Friday and that, hey, you could buy your Christmas presents on my online thing, you're going to make a couple $100. Right. So you could create more 30-day success stories in one day than usually what would take you 6 freaking months. And if you create just a couple, just a handful, let's just say it's 5 or 10 30-day success stories where people are making extra $500, extra $300, extra $1,000 a month, and they could leverage that in their invitation. It's going to draw people into the organization, and next thing you know, next year during Black Friday, you're going to have a $13,000 day like I did. 13 grand in one day, and it was my day off, right? I'm telling you guys, each and every single one of you guys can do it. I was special ed. What makes me better than you? Me too. Nothing. Nothing, right? There's a lot of special ed in here. We're good. Heck right? Yeah. I'm telling you guys, man. So this is why right now is the time more than ever before that each and every single one of us need to be saying to ourselves, I need to create my 30-day success story right now. There's no better time. right? Right now. And so let me give you guys, but basically Dan LeGuantin, for goodness sakes. How many of you guys, Dan LeGuantin? Okay, he's coming. Now, this is report card night. Wednesday nights are report card night. I will know if you are actually in the field doing wow parties and sit downs when Wednesday comes and I see the little group circle up you have. I'll be like, oh, yep, he's not been working at all. Or she's working. You guys see that? Yeah. This is your report card night. Everything you do in the field, you promote the Wednesday event. Now, Dan LeGuantin's coming out. You guys, he is the best presenter in the freaking world. Anyone you bring, guaranteed they're going to sign up. He makes 6 figures as an engineer, full-time, 50, 60 hours a week. And part-time, he's going to make 6 figures this year, part-time in secret. Anybody would be attracted to that, right? Who do you know that works their ass off that is open to making 6 figures on the side of that? Part-time. Pretty sick, right? So that's the first thing. Now, why is this for 30 days the most important 30 days to all of you? Not just Black Friday. First of all, Dan LeGuantin's coming out. Second of all, then we have John Malott, the #1 income earner in the whole entire company, coming out. So you get enough people to Dan, you do some more sit-downs and wow parties with all of them, you get them to the regional to see the #1 income earner, right? And then Joe Valenzuela is going to come out on November 18th. My friend that I grew up with, he's making $450,000 a year right now. This guy is just a freaking plethora of knowledge in his brain. It's like talking to a book when you talk to him. He just comes out with like some kind of crazy paragraph, right? I'm telling you guys, this guy right here taught me everything I know in this business. He's way better than me at this business. This guy is a phenomenal leader. He's coming on November 18th flying all the way out here, right? So you have Dan, you have John Malott, you have Joe Valenzuela, and then on the 23rd, by the 23rd, you guys, when they launch the new stuff, on the 23rd, you have the big wow party. It's game on. This week, around the 23rd, 24th, 25th, that Wednesday, we're not going to have a Wednesday event because of Thanksgiving, okay? But we will have this wow party thing going on, okay? And you'll have enough people there where you could actually probably win a package, okay? And then Black Friday's gonna freaking hit. Now, if we start building now into all these events, bing, 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 Black Friday hits, imagine all the people that you've exposed to the information. How many people are gonna buy Christmas gifts for their friends and family? It's game over, you guys. You guys are gonna have the most success stories popping out of your organization left and right, and then Tim Herr's coming. Tim freaking Herr. Tim Herr's coming, you guys, December 2nd. Tim Herr, he makes $200,000. This guy, his last job was out at Family Fun Center on the Boomers track saying no bumping. He held the sign. Makes $200,000 a month in this business, you guys. He's coming out to pour into us. So this is why this next 30 days is the time. This is the time right now to create. Now, some of you guys are brand new. You just got started. You don't even know how lucky you are. You have no idea how much money you're about to make on Black Friday. It's just ridiculous. As long as you actually go and do the work. You have to do the work, okay? I'm telling you guys. So this is why you need to go out there and create your 30-day success story. So what do I need? Number one, you need a planner, and you need to time block your planner. So everybody has jobs. Everybody has different things that are going on in their life. Would you guys agree with that? Mm-hmm. So here's how I look at secrets. Picture a glass filled with ice. It seems full, but you could still pour water in it, yeah? Yeah. That's secret. You pour water around all the other things. You have your job as an ice cube. You have your family as an ice cube. All these different things. You just fit secret around it. Now, how do you do that? You get a freaking planner, and you go out there and you time block. The red, right, let's just say the blue represents your job. The red represents time you could be spending doing secret. Now, you want to look at that every single week and just book appointments in between those slots. Sit-downs, wow parties, whatever you got to do so that you could look at your report card on Wednesday. You guys see that? Yeah. Very, very important. What skills must I study and develop long-term? I'm just going to give you this real quick. There's 3 things you need to study and develop long-term. You don't have to know it right now. Why? Because take a look at the person that invited you out. Does it look like they're working pretty hard? Right? You guys saw that. I did in the presentation. But over a long period of time, you're going to want to learn how to present. You're going to want to learn how to actually start a brand new agent, do a launch sheet, and you definitely want to learn how to promote. These are the 3 skills you have to get good at. You have to study these 3 things. Now, here's what's funny. If we were in college and you were going for a grade, you would study the presentation. Totally. You would probably ask me if you could download the slides into your computer. Yep. Isn't it crazy that most of you haven't asked me for that? Huh. Think about that. You'll do it for an A, but you won't do it for $1 million? Whoa. Imagine. Think about how this society trains our brain and brainwashes us. It's crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Let's start thinking about ourselves. Let's do it for ourselves. Maybe you might want to learn the presentation. Maybe you might want to get good at it. See what I'm saying? So these are the 3 things long-term you want to get good at. Because if you're good at presenting, you could get people started. If you're good at helping people launch their business and invite and have a wow party, and duplicate, it's game over. If you're good at promoting, you get people to the events, it's just this full round circle. It'll never stop, okay? What do I need to focus on for the next 30 days? HPA and HPP. Write these down. And I'm almost done here. You guys give me like 5 more minutes. HPA and HPP. What is HPA? High payoff activities. The only thing you should be focusing on the next 30 days. And now this is just a 30-day run. Make sure you talk to your team and you let them know you're going on a run. Now I'm going with or without you. I could go through you or around you. It doesn't matter. You could decide. Now I could help you make a ton of money by going through you. Or I could just go around you for the next 30 days, blow it up, and I'll come talk to you 30 days from now. It's up to you. But here's what I know for sure. I was out in the Wednesday event. You weren't there, but I was there. You don't have to be mean like that. I'm just saying. But they taught me to do 2 things the next 30 days. Number 1 is high payoff activities and high payoff people. Only spend your time doing high payoff activities. Now, what is a high payoff activity? Go ahead and name one.
Sit-downs.
Sit-downs, wow parties. What else? Launch sheets are exact. Here's the thing. A launch sheet is only a high payoff activity if you actually help them invite for the wow party. Otherwise, it's the lowest payoff activity you could do. Right, so high payoff activities are when you're actually talking to somebody that's not in secret and getting them into secret. That's a high payoff activity. That's what you need to focus on for the next 30 days. The second thing you need to focus on is high payoff people. Don't waste your time with the people that are just wandering along, drifting and neglecting life. Like, even if they're in secret, ask them, are you ready to run or not? No? Okay, perfect. Thanks for not wasting my time. I'm going to go run with people that actually want to run. You guys see how that works? So find out and identify who these high payoff people. Now, do they have to make a lot of money to be high payoff people? No. It could be your brand new person is the highest payoff person you could work with. Because they have a market, a warm market, a list of people that have never seen secret. It's too easy for the new person. They've never even tried to show this thing to anybody, right? So you want to spend your time with high payoff people, and you want to make sure that you're doing high payoff activities with these high payoff people. Now, warning, there's high tech and there's high touch. Warning, 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 warning. Make sure you write down warning. I think a lot of people use these high tech things, which is great. They're all great. There's nothing wrong with them, but they lean on it like a crutch because it's so easy, right? I could get 100 people on a webinar. That's easy. That's high tech. High tech is a private conference call. High tech is a webinar. High tech is something where you don't actually have to sit in front of the human being and actually put products on them. You actually just kind of let something else happen, right? That's high tech. Now, high touch is belly to belly. We're actually putting products, a sit down, a wow party, right? This is high touch. Now, these 2 things are great. You could do both of them. It's fine. But make sure that you understand that the ratios are different on both ways. If you're doing high tech, I could show 10 people a webinar, let's say 20 people a webinar, and maybe 1 out of 20 will sign up. But if I get those same 20 people and I sit down with them belly to belly, high touch environment, probably like 8 or 9 of them will sign up.
Sure.
You see the difference in the ratio?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Now they're both great. Why? High touch, your ratio is a little higher, but it takes more time. High tech, it doesn't take as much time. You could turn through a ton of numbers though. You could get 100 people on one webinar in one day and get 5 or 10 people started. That's fine, right? That'll be their first exposure. I just want to make sure you guys understand the ratios here. So here, me personally, my philosophy on high tech versus high touch, I only do high tech if I can't high touch them. That's it. If I tried everything I could do to get in front of them, then I'll get them to high tech. God bless. You guys see how that works?
Yep.
If they're long distance, obviously high tech, right? I'm not going to fly over to them, right? Maybe. Kai Wynn's team does. That's pretty crazy. And they're freaking beasts. So, but that's that. So here's what you do, okay? What do I do?
Nice.
Okay, what do I do? Here's the exposure process broke down in a nutshell. Very simple, you guys.
Sick.
Draw these 3 circles on your piece of paper just like this, these 3 circles. The exposure process is very simple. First thing you do is show them 100% of the information using anything but yourself. Notice I said anything but yourself. Most people get started in secret and all they want to do is just talk. They just want to talk about secret and try to explain everything to you and try to get you to sign up without even seeing anything. That's what you don't want to do, okay? What you want to do is use a third-party tool. What's a third-party tool? Give me some examples. Flip chart, 5-on-5 sit down, the products, a video, anything other than you. If you are talking, you better be reading something and pointing. You guys see that? So you need to show these people, right, these human beings, 100% of the information using a third-party tool. Now, after they see that third-party tool, you want to make sure that you put them on a 3-way call with somebody in your support team. Why? Just to let them know that you're not the only human being doing it. Right? How many of you guys have ever been to, you're dressing up, you're at like Abercrombie & Finch, or you're wherever you are, and you're picking out some clothes, your girl's there, and she's trying to get you to get those burgundy pants, like Caleb, right? Woo! And you're sitting there, and you're like, these are burgundy, I don't know, I have nothing to match. Ugh. Your girl's like, dude, those are hot, babe, for sure, and you're like, eh. And then all of a sudden, it could be a dude, a girl, it could be a homeless guy walking by, and he's like, hey, those are nice pants. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy these pants. Bingo. That's the power of a 3-way call. It's just a third person saying, hey, I have a story, I made money too. That's it. Yep. It's not a closing call. We don't close you on this. We just share our story. Just letting you know, hey, it's probably a good idea. You should do it. Make extra money. You're not allergic to money, right? Yeah, right? So that's it. So 100% of the information is a third-party tool. That's the first thing you do with these people. You put them on a 3-way call. Why? So that you don't have to answer the questions. Here's what's amazing. You're brand new. You don't know the answers to the questions. We don't expect you to know the answers to the questions. Right. So here's what you do. When they have questions, you say, hey, that's a great question. I'm so new. I don't know. Let me put you on the phone with Caleb. He'll answer your questions. Yes. Now, the person, imagine you as being the prospect. Somebody's showing you the business. They show you 100% of the information. Now, really imagine this. Think about this for a second. They're showing you the business. You see it from a third-party tool, not them. So it's not them. So they're not even good at it. Then they can't even answer your questions. They put you on the phone with somebody else. Then you show up to an event where somebody else is presenting and somebody else is answering your questions. You're thinking to yourself, if this idiot can make money doing this, I'm going to crush this thing. Yeah. Every human being is asking themselves these 3 questions. Can I do what you're doing? Do I have time to do what you're doing? And would I want to do what you're doing to my friends, family, and neighbors? And if they say no to any of those 3 things, you lost them. It has to be duplicatable. It has to be something that you're not good. You're not the deal. The tool's the deal. The product's the deal. Yeah. You're not answering the questions. Somebody else is answering the questions. Please. You're not the event. The event is the event. Okay? Yeah. If you do that, they're going to say to themselves, I could do what he's doing. He doesn't even know what he's doing. I have time to do what he's doing. He doesn't even know the answers to my questions, so I don't need to learn the answers to the question. I'll just put him on the phone with Caleb. Right. You see that? Yeah. So simple. I'm telling you guys. A lot of us, we're just getting in our own way. It's like there's a movie playing and we're like, hey, secret's the deal. You sign up and build a big pyramid, and you're saying all this crap that is probably the worst thing you could say, right? Get out of the way. Let them watch the damn movie. Nice. Stop being annoying, okay? Please. That's it. Very simple. We got to graduate from first grade eventually, right? Jim Rohn says there's a reason why they make the desks so small in first grade. So that when you grow up, you can't fit on the desk anymore. You have to move on. Yeah. Okay? So let's graduate from first grade. Here we go. 3-way calls, very simply. I'm going to explain this real quick, just so you guys know. Here's the deal. This is you. This is your expert on the 3-way call, and this is your person that you're putting on the 3-way call, your friends or family. Here's what I know for sure. Your friends and family, they trust you, but they don't necessarily respect you when it comes to business. At least for me. Now, you may be successful in business. That's great. For me, I wasn't. I had just gotten out of the hood. I was addicted to a lot of different things. I was doing a lot of stupid stuff. And so when I started the business, my friends, my family, they didn't respect me. They didn't even trust me. Right? Some of you guys are ahead of me on the deal. Your friends actually and family trust you. Okay? And so here's what you can do. If your friends and family trust you, you could talk highly of somebody else, like Caleb. And you could edify Caleb. Now, what does edify mean? It's kind of like if there was an apple here, I'd say, man, this is the greenest, shiniest, crispiest, sourest, sweetest apple ever. I just made the apple sound so good you guys want to eat it, yeah? Oh, yeah. That's all you do with the person you're putting on the phone with. After they see the information, you say, man, this guy Caleb, dude, makes a ton of money, loves to help people, super fun to work with, knows all the facts about the company. Man, this guy, do me a favor, don't embarrass me on this phone call. This guy's like the Donald Trump of the deal. Hold on one second, let me put you on the phone. Click. Now, because they trust you, you just built respect with somebody. You built their respect level. Now they'll actually listen to Caleb, but they're not going to listen to you. Why? Because they were holding your hair back last Friday while you're barfing on the toilet. You guys see that? Yeah. That's it, right? It's kind of like a relationship. When my wife, when I first met her, here's what's amazing is I respected her very highly, but I didn't trust her. You know what I mean? I'd been hurt a couple times, some things going on, and some crazy women out there, right? Some crazy dudes too. So when I was out and we were at the beach and we're hanging out and, walking, she's like, I'm cold. I'm like, oh yeah, girl, I got you. And I pull my jacket off. I put my best sales presentation on her, right? And she's like, damn, this man could take care of me, right? And so why did I do that? Because I respect her. I still don't trust her ass, but I respect her, right? She comes in the car, I open the door for her. I let her in, right? Because I respect her. I don't trust your ass, but I go on in. Okay? We'll see what happens in a couple months, right? Now here's the difference now. Nowadays, I go, me and my wife are walking the beach, and she's like, I'm cold. I'm like, stupid, told you to bring a jacket. You see what I'm saying? So what happened? Right? My respect level, it's not that I don't respect her. It's just kind of like, we know each other. I was holding her hair back last weekend, so I could mess around with her. You guys see that? Right? But I trust her with my life now. You guys see that? It reverses, right? She tries to get in the car. I'm like, lock, unlock, drive forward, stop, messing with her. You guys see that? So this is your friends and family you're trying to share this business with, and they're playing lock, unlock on you. This is why you need to edify somebody else, build their respect level so they could talk to them, so they could actually have an intelligent conversation. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay, so we're flying through this. Everybody grab your phone real quick right now.
Oh, dang.
If you could grab my phone in my small pocket in there. If you guys don't have WhatsApp, just bring my backpack. This app right here, WhatsApp, now that's the normal way to do a three-way call. Now in Australia, they just started this new thing. It's called Germany. It's called Secret Success Stories. And what they've decided to do in Germany, which is like working really good, Isaac Ben-Shabbat, our CEO, actually brought this out. I'm going to give you guys some examples. Is we have a WhatsApp group. Now it's a group where everybody's in it. 5, 10, 15, 20 people. I want all of you guys to be a part of this group. Now I already put you in it, Caleb, Alan, RC. You guys are admins. You could add people to the group. It's fine. We have to add people to it. But here, instead of, right, we also have the normal way of doing three-way calls, but watch this. This is crazy, right? So I'm going to give you an example. Here's the WhatsApp group. So here's one of the groups we're doing. Have a sit down, right? So imagine we're all in the same group. And you're like, hey man, I have a sit down in a half hour with Vicky. Vicky works retail at a jewelry store, loves people, and looking to get out of retail. And then all of a sudden, you say that, and then 5 people post their story and relate it to Vicky. And say, hey, Vicky, oh my gosh, it's so amazing that you're sitting down with Caleb right now. Caleb is phenomenal. Here's my story. And now you actually have stories coming in from all these different people. Listen to this real quick. Patty.
Some amazing things here with us at Secret. And
this is Patty answering Vicky's thing.
Hey, Vicky. My name is Patty McPherson. It's a pleasure.
Hello?
Patty McPherson. It's a pleasure to get a chance to meet you. I know that you're there with Michelle, who's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, and she's doing some amazing things here.
Here's
with
one
us
from
at
Caleb.
Secret. And
Brad Deddy.
Hey Karen, this is Brad, and I'm so excited for you that you're getting a chance to sit down with Missy. I love Missy and her energy.
Missy Anderson left a message. Hey, anybody share your story, please? I'm sitting down with so-and-so. Brad just got on there and said, hey, Missy's amazing. Here's my story. Glad you're getting started. You guys see how this thing right here, this WhatsApp group, if you're ever looking for somebody to have a three-way call, you have this group with 50 people in it, and you're just like, hey, I'm about to sit down with Bob today, and Bob is in retail. He's trying to look how to get a way to get out. And it's just like, who do you know in retail? Oh, Zach was in retail. Zach, can you leave your story? Boom. And I just leave the story. Hey, Caleb's sitting down with Caleb's amazing. Caleb's phenomenal. Hey, Vicky, make sure you definitely get started. Here's my story about retail. You could do it too, Vicky. Awesome. See you next time. You guys see that? So this is so powerful. It's called Secret Stories. I want you guys to definitely be a part of it. Make sure that you add yourself to the group. This is also something that you definitely want to be a part, because when I'm out of the country.
Everyone in that group has signed up who they asked for the stories for.
Wow. So the ratio, every single person that's asked for stories in this group, the people they sit down with, every single one of them have got started. Yeah. Because there's so many stories just flying. Like you sit down with somebody and it's like, oh, there's 6 or 7 stories just dropped right there. Yeah. And they're just boom, boom, boom. And you don't have to talk to anybody individually. I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. So we want to, how many of you guys are excited about implementing that? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Make sure you get on that group. Make a weekly guest list. I'll end with this, you guys. You want to make sure that you actually have a guest list and you have an event coordinator. One of the main things that I do, like I did with Brad Deddy, there's a ton of different things we do, but you want to have a guest list. You want to have an event coordinator. When you're inviting someone to the event, here's what I do, is when I have a prospect or somebody that wants to actually come see the information, I say, okay, perfect. Thanks. I definitely, appreciate you, deciding to come out, but I need to put you on the phone with Caleb. He's one of the event coordinators, so that he can actually save you a seat on the guest list with your first and last name. Now I put Caleb on the phone. Caleb answers. He doesn't even share his story. He doesn't sit there and try to sell them or close. All Caleb does is says, okay, how's it going, Vicky? How do you spell your first name? How do you spell your last name? Okay, awesome. We have a seat saved for you. Everything's good to go. Would you like to bring a spouse or significant other with you?
Right.
Oh yeah, I'd like to bring my brother. Now all of a sudden you got 2 guests. You guys see that? And so, okay, we'll save them a seat. 2, okay, we got you confirmed. Now here's the only thing I need you to do, Vicky, is basically if you decide that you're not going to make it, I need you to call me because there's a lot of people coming to the event, a lot of seats being saved, and I need to be able to give that seat to somebody else if you're not going to make it. So you need to give me a call and give me a voice confirmation that you're not going to be able to make it if you're not going to make it. Is that okay, Vicky? Yes. Click. Now, all of a sudden, Wednesday comes around. It's 5 p.m. She's talking about she wants to flake. Okay, Vicky, great. You want to flake? That's okay. I still need to do a voice confirmation with Caleb, like Caleb said, so that you could actually confirm with him that you're not going to make it. Yeah. Now I put her on the phone with Caleb, and Caleb might be able to save that person from flaking. You guys see how that works? So you want an event coordinator guest list. You want to make sure at your WOW parties, every WOW party, all the guests that show up, you actually invite them to the Wednesday. You write their name and phone number down on the guest list. Every sit down, every sample kit that's come long distance from your team to San Diego, your team's guests. When I confirm guests for Caleb, when I confirm guests for Bo Bassinger, when I confirm guests for Zach King, when I confirm guests for Michelle or Alan, I actually have a list. I write down the names and phone numbers so I could follow up with them if they made it or they didn't make it. Now I have a list of prospects. Whether Alan quits or stays, I'm still going to call his people if he's gone. You guys see that? Yep. You'll never run out of people, right? And when they do get started, I'll call Alan back, be like, Alan, I'd like to take the checks for this, but you were the one that was originally, you want to just go ahead and get started again? Okay, yeah, cool, boom. So now I just saved Alan from quitting because I kept a guest list. You guys see that? So personal guest follow-ups is the key. You want to inspect what you expect, you guys. And when you launch a brand new agent, I'm going to fly through this really quickly. There's 3 things you want to do. With every brand new agent, I grab a hold of them. Number 1, you want to do the launch sheet within their first 24 to 48 hours. You want to make sure that you help them invite to their WOW party. Number 2 is I give them the 5 videos and the 5 booklets. I don't wait for it to come in the kit. I have them actually download it on their back office. I teach them how to download it. Look at the 5 videos, look at the 5 booklets. And then number 3 is you want to promote the company vision cast and the company webinar, you guys. After, this is me personally. Now, you don't have to do this. This is just me personally. I feel like this is enough information for a brand new person. How many of you guys have ever gotten started in something and you just had way too much information crammed down your throat, right? So here's the thing. I just want to give them the basics. Now, why do I want to just give them this and this? Because these 2 things make them go in action, do activity, okay? So these 2 things are all about action, activity. Once we do the activity and we give them the results of Superstar, then I'm going to give them secretstart.com where they could actually dive a little bit deeper into some more information. You guys see that? I personally don't give them Secret Star and the 5 videos and the 5 booklets and do their launch sheet and promote these things because then they're like, what the hell? A confused mind does nothing. Would you guys agree with that? So you want to keep it simple. Keep it these 3 things, and then once they hit Superstar, you could give them something else to look forward to. Yes? You could even tell them, you could edify the hell out of this. Be like, dude, secretstart.com, I can't give it to you yet, but when you're ready, when you hit Superstar, sell it to them, man. Get them fired up about it, dude. Because that information is crucial. Now, here's the call to action, you guys. Get in the trenches. Everybody write this down. This right here is the only thing you're going to write down. If this is the only thing you wrote down, this is it. Okay? Your call to action is to get into the trenches and create your new 30-day success story. Okay? November 4th through December 2nd. Write that down. Okay? Now, if you do this for the next 30 days, November 4th to December 2nd, December will be your biggest month ever, okay? Here's what I'll tell you. It's not the wind that blows, it's the set of your sail. Some of you guys are like, you guys are weird. Is this a cult? It's the set of the sail. Your sail is your philosophy, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that, but your sail is your philosophy. The wind that blows is, oh, it's winter. Oh, it's summer. Oh, the dog ate my homework. Oh, it's because this person was negative. Oh, it's because it's the government. It's the president. It's the Democrats. It's the Republicans. It's all this crap. And I used to blame all that crap too. I used to think it actually, the president and the government determined how much money I was going to make. I actually used to think that. I used to think it was all this outside influences that determined my life and where I was going to go. No, that's the wind. The wind blows differently on all of us. We're going to have summers. We're going to have winters. By the way, a winter is coming up, December. Now that's just the wind that blows. Now here's what's amazing. You could take that wind and leverage it if you set a good sail. Oh, yeah. Set that sail like you've never set it before and take off, and you'll have the best December ever. Now, how do you do that? Is you start right now, you guys. November 4th through December 2nd, I lined up these speakers, the best speakers you could think of. As long as you guys are doing the action, doing the activity in the trenches, you're actually doing wow parties, you're actually doing sit-downs, you're actually doing the deal and checking your report card every Wednesday, every regional. Once that happens, the next 30 days, all I'm asking is 30 days. Can you guys give me 30 freaking days?
Oh, yeah.
30 days, that's it. I'm not asking for 90. I'm not asking for 60 because that even to me seems like too much. Okay, I'll be real. 30 days, it's just 30 days of your freaking life. If you give this thing 30 days harder than you've ever given it in your whole entire life, give it 30 days, watch your 30-day success story, and watch how many people it's going to attract to your business, and watch you be on this stage a year from now.
Nice.
I guarantee it. If you guys actually take this information and apply it to your business, I guarantee you guys are going to have success. We have to grow San Diego. It's us. This is all we got, you guys. We are the leaders in San Diego. We need to come together. We need to go out there and get in the trenches. We need to get in the wow parties. We need to get in the sit-downs. Your team knows if you're doing it or not. They know. They're not stupid. They can tell. They see you on social media if you're doing stuff or you're not doing stuff. So let's get in the trenches. Let's make it happen. Let's blow it up. Let's freaking get rich. Let's not be a 95%er. Let's be a 5%er. Let's go out there and be able to retire. Let's not be like all these other people that are out there wandering aimlessly in life, drift in neglect. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's not 9 apples 10 days from now. It's an apple a day, every day. 30 days, every day. Don't wait till the 29th day and eat 28 apples. You guys see what I'm saying? Yeah. We got to make this thing happen, you guys. So why should you? Number 1 is Black Friday. It's going to explode. Number 2 is, I'm telling you guys, there's going to be people that normally wouldn't qualify for Cabo, and I know I'm going over right now, and I don't give a crap. There's going to be some people that normally wouldn't qualify for Cabo that are going to qualify for Cabo because of Black Friday, because you guys take advantage and you actually get in the trenches for the next 30 days. I know you guys have been coming to these meetings every Wednesday. I know some of you guys have been here, coming, going, and it's something, you just haven't been inspired. It hasn't gotten you excited. It hasn't got you fired up to go out there and take action. I'm telling you guys, you don't wait for the feeling. You do the activity and the feeling will come. I promise you guys, I waited years to try and get the feeling so I could take the action. I used to say, oh, Zach, you don't know the Zach Chaney. You don't know me yet. Wait till I get that feeling. I'm going to come out there and smash it. Feeling never came. How I got that feeling is I did the activity and the feeling came. And I felt great about my life. I felt great about my business, and it duplicated. And I saw leaders growing. I saw people retiring from the Navy. I saw people going out there and getting out of slavery. Corporate America is the new age slavery. That's what it is. You don't even know it. You get binded into a mortgage. You get binded into all these debts, and they own you. What did the slaves used to do? They gave them a house, they gave them food, and then they made them work. What do we have now? You get a house, you get food, you get cars, and they make your ass work. What's the difference? So, it was a little harsher then, I know. But you guys see what I'm saying? It's new age slavery. I'm telling you guys. Corporate America, I'm telling you guys. It's something, good thing to start with, bad thing to end up with.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what we got to do, you guys. We got to get in the Wow Party sit-down sample kits, and we got to find out a report card. This Wednesday, we're going to find out your guys' report card. Oh, yeah. You're going to be able to look at Alan LeGuantin and find out what his grades are. You're going to be able to look at R.C. Simon and find out what his grades are. Maurizio. We're going to find out what Jordan Cox's grades are. Caleb Brandalise, Brad Deddy, Danielle Schreck, Michelle Jarro, Zach King, Alma. Come on. Eric, what's up? Maureen. Everybody, all of you, we're going to find out what your report card is this Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you going to do about it?
Ace.
You show up every Wednesday, might as well do the work.
Do it.
Might as well become successful. Would you guys agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I didn't leave you on a bad note. I just actually care about you, unlike most people in your life. I care. I want you guys to win. I want you to succeed. Right? Some of you guys may have had a bad teacher, a bad coach that bought your excuses. I will not buy your excuses. I will not co-sign on your failure. I want to help you guys grow. And if you are a high payoff person, if you want to go out there and do high payoff activities, let's do it. I'll lock arms with you. Let's make it happen. Sound good?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Love you guys. See you guys next Wednesday.